أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما وارزقني فهما. Oh Allah, increase me in knowledge and true understanding. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي آمين. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ida Murnija Marie from YMS EduTech Learning Hub. Inshallah, we help students to improve in math and science by 2 grades in less than 3 months. So Alhamdulillah, today is our second PSLE Math Facebook live streaming, which will take place throughout this November period. So for those of you who are watching right now or who will be watching later, please share this video with those who may benefit from it. This is suitable for Primary 5 as well as PSLE students of 2018. So inshallah, when we share something beneficial, Allah will reward us accordingly. So inshallah, this is like our investment for our akhirah later, inshallah, for sharing something beneficial. Okay, so without further ado, today I'm going to share with you one important concept in solving story sum. If you have missed out on our first episode last week, that's alright. You can simply subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, I have included the link to accompany this Facebook live streaming. Simply click onto our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and you can watch our first episode or the previous episodes where I shared how to solve before and after type of story sums. So today, like I mentioned, I'll be sharing with you how to solve quantity times value. Alright, so let us take a look at one story sum. Okay, so the first time round, we're going to read the whole question to prime our brain, okay? To prepare our brain what we are going to solve later. Okay, so we're just going to read first. The mass of Jane's tomatoes was 1/3 that of her onions. Okay. The ratio of the mass of onions to the mass of potatoes she bought was 2:3. 1 kilogram of tomatoes costs half as much as 1 kilogram of onions and twice as much as 1 kilogram of potatoes. If 1 kilogram of potatoes costs $1 and the total value of the vegetables Jane bought was $148, how many kilograms of potatoes did Jane buy? Okay. So that's the first time that we are reading. So the second time we are reading is to underline the keywords as well as to extract out what is the important information from each statement. Okay, so the first one, the mass of Jane's tomatoes was 1/3 that of her onions. Okay, so keywords here will be mass, tomatoes, 1/3, onions. So this is information number 1. Okay, so I'm going to write here information number 1. Okay, what do I have? I have tomatoes. I have mass. Tomatoes is to mass. Onions. So tomatoes 1/3 that of onions. So that means mass of tomato was 1 unit. Mass of onions 3 units. Okay, next information number 2. The ratio of the mass of onions to the mass of potatoes she bought was 2:3. So ratio, mass, onions. Okay, let me just write down number 2 here first. Information number 2. Onions, potatoes, 2:3. So information number 2. Mass of onions is to mass of potatoes is 2 units is to 3 units. Okay, next 1 kilogram. Okay, information number 3. 1 kilogram of tomatoes costs half as much as 1 kilogram of onions. Okay, so 1 kilogram tomatoes costs half 1 kilogram onions. So information number 3, 1 kg tomatoes is to 1 kg onions is 1 unit is to 2 units. Okay, next one. And twice, okay, this is information number 4, twice as much as 1 kilogram of potatoes. So what is this referring to? And twice. So we're going to reread the statement again. 1 kilogram of tomato costs half as much as 1 kilogram of onions. And twice. So this and is still referring to tomatoes. So information number 4, I have 1 kilogram tomatoes is to 1 kilogram potatoes. Okay, so 1 kilogram tomatoes twice 1 kilogram of potatoes. So that means 1 kilogram of tomatoes is 2 units, 1 kilogram of potatoes is 1 unit. Okay, that's information number 4. Alright, next. Information number 5. If 1 kilogram of potatoes costs $1, okay, and the total value of vegetables Jane bought was $148. Okay, so I have N here. I'm going to split this into 2 information. I have information number 5 and information number 6. I'm going to write down information number 5 first. What do I have here? 1 kilogram potato costs $1. So 1 kg potato, $1. Information number 6. Total value of vegetables. So total cost, $148. Okay, total cost $148. So how many kilograms of potatoes did Jane buy? So we need to know how many kilograms of potatoes. I want to find this. How many kilograms of potatoes? Okay, so I have 6 information here. Just like the previous lesson, I have shared with you in order to solve anything, any subject, any problem that we have, we do it step by step. Okay, we filter out or we distill out all those information from the whole chunk of story sum until it becomes like this. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the information that we have and work out to our answer. Alright, so information number 1, I have mass of tomato is to mass of onions. How do I link it to information number 2? I have mass of onions again. So this is repeated item, like what I shared last week, repeated item. So that means I can combine these 2 together because they are referring to the same thing. Okay, so mass of onions are being repeated here. So that means I can combine this to look like this. So I have mass of tomatoes is to mass of onions is to mass of potatoes. Okay, now last week I shared how to solve repeated item question. So if I have item that is being repeated and you observe that the number of units are different, that means we are being tested on finding the first common multiple of the repeated item. Okay, so what's the first common multiple of 2 and 3? So that will be 6. So for the first row, I need to multiply by 2 because 2 times 3 will give me 6 units. 1 times 2 will give me 2 units. So when I multiply 3 by 2, I need to do the same to its neighbor, which is 1. So 1 multiplied by 2 will give me 2 units. Okay, next. How do I change 2 to 6? I must multiply by 3. So 2 multiplied by 3 will give me 6 units. Do the same to the neighbor, which is the mass of potatoes. I will have 9 units. So now I can combine the mass of tomatoes, mass of onions, mass of potatoes in one row. So I will have 2 units is to 6 units is to 9 units. Okay? So information 1 and 2 done. But bear in mind, I am interested in finding this. What is the mass of potatoes? Okay. Next, let's look at information 3 and 4. Can I relate information 3 and 4? Yes. Just do the same as what I did to information 1 and 2. Why? Because in information 3, I have 1 kilogram of tomato, 1 kilogram of onion. Information 4, I have 1 kilogram of tomatoes again, and 1 kilogram of potatoes. So, there's a repeated item here, which is the tomatoes. So what is the first common multiple of 1 and 2? That will be 2. So for this row, I must multiply by 2. So I will get 2 units is to 4 units. So I'm going to combine this. So I will have 1 kilogram tomato is to 1 kilogram onion is to 1 kilogram potatoes. And what will I have? 1 kilogram tomato costs 2 units, 1 kilogram onions costs 4 units, and 1 kilogram potatoes cost 1 unit. Next, information number 5, it states 1 kilogram potatoes is $1. Okay, so over here I have the cost of 1 kilogram of tomatoes, onions, and potatoes in terms of units. Okay, this is the actual cost of potatoes in dollars, right? So now I need to relate these two information. Okay, this is the mass or the quantity of mass of tomatoes, onions, and potatoes. Well, this is the value in terms of units. So I need to relate these two by multiplying them together, which means I will have 2 multiplied by 2 units. So for tomatoes is to onions is to potatoes. I will have 2 times 2. For onions, it will be 6 times 4. For potatoes, it will be 9 multiplied by 1. Okay, and then I have to relate it to information number 6, the total. So I need to find total. So total will be 4 plus 24, that's 28. 28 plus 9, that will give me 37 units. Okay? So now I can relate this because this is total, this is also total, which means 37 units is $148. So 1 unit is 148 divided by 37, so that will give me 4. That will give me 4. Okay, so I'm interested in finding the mass of potatoes. So I'm interested in finding 9 units. So that will be 4 multiplied by 9, or 9 multiplied by 4. That will give me 36 kilograms. Okay, 36 kilograms. Alright, there you have it. This is how we solve quantity times value. Okay, the basis is the same. Read the question, underline keywords, and then what you do is you extract out the information from each statement, and if the statement is long and there are more than one information in one statement, you break it down into 2 information like how I did. Okay, and then you solve step by step until you reach your answer or your final destination. Okay? Okay, that's all from me. Inshallah, next week at 8 p.m. I will share with you another important concept in solving story sum. So for those of you who wish to register for a free trial lesson for your child, simply go to bit.ly/YMS2018 registration. Our classes will start in December 2017, inshallah. So I'm Ida Murnija Marie once again. Please remember to do your homework, go and find questions that are similar to this question, that is testing on quantity times value. Do your homework, make sure you know the concept very well. Okay, so I'm Ida Murnija Marie once again from YMS EduTech Learning Hub. Hurry to success.